Recently, I attempted to find a copy of Halo Combat Evolved on PC for this review, to celebrate the origins of the game that is revered like Jesus took a golden dump and someone made a CD out of it. But since the game is about as easy to find here as a black cat in a dark room with your eyes gouged out, I got a copy of Halo 2. I would have played the copy of Combat Evolved on my Xbox, but since retrieving it from storage, it seems to be about as willing to work as the residents of a Department of Housing district. Of course, I was looking to use console cheats to get the story quickly, then play it legit a second time to grasp the difficulty of the game on various levels, but I suspect my Xbox and computer are conspiring against me, because my brand new copy of Halo 2 consistently crashed about 3 minutes into the game. So I returned the game and got my money back, which I quickly spent half of it on the special edition of Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013. As someone who dislikes having to use Steam, the gaming industry has certainly made it full bottle of Viagra hard to do anything but. The download time was moderate, not insane like having to wait a full day. In fact, I guess somewhere around the 20-minute mark, including the large pile of deck keys I bought for $1 US each. The user interface of the game is a little confusing at first, even for those of us who have played the actual game before. Although, upon first loading, the game asks you how often you played a proper CCG and adjusts the gameplay difficulty based on your knowledge of the game, which I found to be incredibly ingenious. You're no longer a child playing social soccer with David fucking Beckham and whatever team is on now. Don't look at me like that. I don't keep up with sports. The deck creation is nowhere near the level of the real-life game, because it has an unusual restriction. You can't just pick and choose cards from a massive case, Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition style. And you can't even take any cards from a deck if you have 60 cards in there already. Even if you fully intend to replace a card with one of the selected cards the game offers you to exchange into your deck. This makes deck management on par with peeling the skin off a sunburn, because it has about the same immersion and enjoyment. It's uncomfortable, difficult, and really not even necessary, because the standard deck it uses when you first play the game seems to suffice just as well as a self-made deck, if not better. This is rather inverted from the actual card game, where the pack cards in an intro deck will be frequently pummeled by a handcrafted deck like the metaphorical nerd being stuffed headfirst into a toilet bowl. The tutorial is helpful, but flows about as smoothly as sump wheel down the back of a scolio-afflicted hooker. I'm surprised the game even bothered with the tutorial, since I clicked I had knowledge of the game beforehand. The campaign is a little lackluster, yet enjoyable, even though it throws you into a boss battle in the first 15 minutes like a bouncer throwing a drunk out of the pub to land in the gutter and drown in his own vomit. And even in the game itself, the flow of the gameplay made me feel rather drunk, because I couldn't seem to figure out when to do what. The phase of the turns was nothing more than a little white blob in a big black blob. Add in the time to activate phases at seemingly random intervals, and I began to find myself being increasingly irritated, like being on a bus and the fuckmuncher in front of me keeps slamming his seat back into me as far as it will go, leaving my 6'2" of suave demigod handsomeness to be crushed into a space half my size. But despite all of this, I kept playing. It wasn't a case of I will not let this beat me, but this is pissing me off, but I don't want to stop. It's incredibly enjoyable in a twisted masochistic way. Like when you know full well that woman at the bar motioning for you to come hither will kick you in the nuts when in range, but yet you keep coming back when she calls, in the hopes this will be the time she gets tired of the game and decides you deserve to get laid. But I really don't think this is the place for a metaphor about my love life.